Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is daily update for MULN stock, and I told you guys this reverse stock split, it is not good for us, for retail investors or for investors in that manner. So the whole reverse stock split is never a good thing. I know they want to keep the stock on the exchange and people are not going to the OTC, over the counter trading and all that stuff, but when a company does the reverse stock split, it's not good because what the problem with this is that the authorized number of shares that they have, which like the maximum number of shares they can sell in the market, stays the same. However, the outstanding goes down. So for example, if you have 5 billion and you have outstanding, let's say 4 billion, which outstanding means that if people are already owning that share, when they combine it and bring it down to, let's say, 1 billion, now you gain 4 billion shares that could be resold in the market again. So that's where it's always a problem for a company to do a reverse stock split from the investing standpoint. So if you in that stock, and I'll show you the true value for the stock right now, even though stocks is like 160 right now, $1.60 or 16 cents, whatever it is, but the true value, we're going to determine that. And I'm going to go with the true value on these videos because I want to make sure that we don't, go away from the original sense that, okay, we were at 7 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents. I know we're above $1 now because they combine different shares into one. That we will talk about later in the video. But I'm gonna talk about this hypocrisy right here for this reverse stock split. Okay, let's look at Exhibit 3.1. All right, it says this corporation is authorized to issue two classes of stock to be designated respectively: common stock and preferred stock. The total number of shares this corporation is authorized to issue is 5,500,000,000. This is the total number of share they're authorized to sell, basically, right? If they cannot go beyond this number. So 5.5 billion is the number. Now, what happens on May 4th? Every 25 outstanding shares of common stock of the corporation will be combined into and automatically become one. So they're combining 25 to 1. And the authorized shares of the corporation shall remain as set forth in the certificate on incorporation. So they're saying they're combining 25 to 1 on the outstanding shares, but number of authorized shares will remain the same. Now, this to me is bullshit, because you just added, more shares to your whole plan. Like now you could dilute it again from you could go from that $1 back to 20 cents again, 30 cents again. And this is why I'm here to always look at the original value. All right. Like, for example, like right here, it says this is a supply level. This is the original 6 cents. This is a supply level. This was the original 7 cents. And I'm going to write it down for all of them for our next video. This is a demand level right here, $1.25, which is 5 cents. If we did not have the reverse stock split, we have to understand this because look, in my perspective, this company is still going to go down to below $1. And I'm going to keep chasing them on the original value. So we know that if you had bought this share, let's say 6 months ago or 1 month ago, 2 months ago, to know that you are actually in minus now at that point because you want the stock to go higher, right? The reason they're doing the reverse stock split is because the company is not doing good. And nobody, like real investors, are not coming in. These are all retail investors. The problem with us with retail investors is majority of the people do not understand. They treat this as a gambling. Like, it's not gambling, okay? This is a stock market, all right? A company has to demonstrate a potential. It has to show some significant cash flow that the investors want to come in. If we look at the institutional holdings for the stock, it's 2.94%. Now, why isn't the institutions jumping gun on the stock if they know this is going to be next Tesla? Why is this institutions not coming in? Why haven't they gotten real investors yet? Why are they relying on retail investors? What I'm telling you guys right now with this authorized stuff, trust me, you want to be very, very careful how much money you're putting in the stock. And again, I can't give you a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor here, guys. I'm just a guy trying to make money. And I wanted to help my family in France. I made this channel. I thought, I'll just start putting videos public so people could view it. And if you want somebody to take benefit out of this, they could take benefit out of this. But again, I'm not here to give you advice on this, but all I'm saying is that there's a lot more going on than just say, somebody telling you, hey, the stock is at 20 cents, get it. It's going to be, at $20 or $30 or $40 or $100. Well, okay, then if you want to play lotto, might as well just play lotto, get like a $10 scratch off or something. You might have a better luck with that than, getting something like this where you don't know what's going to happen, right? And the return could be way ahead of could be like 5 years from now. Maybe the company will survive. Maybe the company won't survive. And I went through the cash flow in my previous videos. I don't want to go with it again, but cash flow is not good for the company. The cash flow they have, the cash they have right now, they could survive probably another year if they keep doing what they're doing. For example, if they keep pumping the stock and retail investors keep coming back in and they're able to, there's no significant deals. I know they're talking about the Saudi deal, but again, that is with Lawrence Harge. It's not with Mullen. Mullen will benefit from this a little bit, but again, this is not direct production from Mullen. They're not sending cars. They only produce few vans, which again was from the company ELMS, which they acquired, which already had the van built, which not all of them. There were supposed to be 6,000, but they only delivered like a couple of them, 7 of them at the time. And I know there are pictures of other vans, like they have about 200 more or 300 more, 400 more. I haven't looked into it yet, but again, the moral of the story is I'm more interested in the financial side of the company. I don't want to know, like, catalysts are not affecting the stock, okay? Every time there's a good catalyst, for example, supposedly a good catalyst, the stock keeps going down. Why is that? Is it because soon the catalyst comes out, retail investors start jumping into it, the people who are smarter than us start selling, okay? And this is mind-boggling, right? You think like, oh, well, they're supposed to get a $10 billion deal with Saudi and the stock is down another 2 cents. Well, because you got played, right? Again, I'm not saying that this, trying to badmouth the stock. I'm not saying that I know this is exactly what happened. What I'm saying is I'm only speculating, right? Like as soon as the company, some news comes out, the stock plummets because people are smarter than us, right? They're selling us and we're buying. It's supply and demand, guys. This is straight. This is not like, this is all supply and demand, okay? You got to understand that. If you're buying something, somebody's selling that to you, okay? So always know that. Be on the other end. Be on the other side where you want to be the guy who's making the money, not giving the money to somebody else. So always remember that. Again, always invest money in these stocks. The money that you're willing to lose or you can afford to lose, don't put your savings on it because I have my doubts on the stock. So I hope you guys are liking these daily videos. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.